What's good, YouTube? My name is Gib The Great, and welcome back to another episode of Top 5 Tuesdays. Yes, I know it's been a while, you guys, but we are back with another episode of Top 5 Tuesdays. I did say in my recent update video that I'd be bringing a couple of series back, and this being one of them. This has been, so far, one of my favorite series to record, just because I can get to share with you guys some of the Pokemon I really, truly love deep down inside, whether it be by typing, whether it be by specific family, like the Eeveelution family for that matter, which I'll be going through today if you haven't realized already, haha. But yeah, this series is just so good to me, and I really enjoy it so much. So if you guys are hyped for to see which of the Eeveelutions is my top 5 favorite, make sure you go ahead and smash the hell out of the like button down below for us. If you are hyped for the return of Top 5 Tuesdays, make sure you also hit that subscribe button for all the latest Ultra Tech content, and make sure you also comment because if you've noticed a recent change, you may have noticed I sound a little bit more clearer. That's right, you guys, I finally got one of my Turtle Beaches mic to work, so yes, hopefully you can hear me a lot clearer now. And I wish I could record all of my videos like this, but then, when it's like recording Wi-Fi bells and stuff, I have to play music in the background, and Movie Maker doesn't allow more than one thing to be over the music track. So, sorry, but it is what it is. So yeah, you guys, and also my Twitter and friend codes is in the description, so if you want to follow me up on Twitter, you can do, and also leave your own friend code in the comment section below as well, in case you want to battle with me or trade with me sometime on Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire. But enough rambling, you guys, let's get to the reason why I'm making this video, and let's discuss my top 5 Eeveelutions. Now, as always, you guys, with every top 5 list that I do, not specifically Eeveelutions, but with every top 5 list I do, it is 100% opinionated. I cannot state that enough. Nobody can state that enough on the internet, because it apparently nobody can have an opinion anymore. So if you want to also leave your own top 5 Eeveelutions list in the comment section down below, then you can do. But anyway, you guys, let's get started. So, starting in number 5 this week, you guys, we have Sylveon. Now, as you guys already know, Sylveon was recently introduced in the 6th generation with the release of X and Y, under the new typing of Fairy. So it is just a pure Fairy typing, just like all the rest of the Eeveelutions are pure typing. I prefer to have a Calm, Pixelate, Life Orb Sylveon, just because Calm, you raise a special defense, which is I think it's his highest stat, and then you lower the attack, which you really don't need, because all you got here is special attacks. Pixelate turns normal attacks into fairy type attacks, meaning that you get stabbed from it. And also Life Orb means you can deal some more damage, but you do take a little bit of recoil yourself. But it's alright, because you got some recovery here, which I will go through the moveset right now with you guys, being Hyper Voice, Hidden Power Ground, Wish, and Calm Mind. The reason why I chose this moveset in particular is because you get stabbed with Hyper Voice because of the Pixelate, so it does some decent damage, especially in double battles. HP Ground, that's to cover your weaknesses, Steel and Poison. Wish is just so you can get like some decent recovery, because you can pretty much tank a hit, especially on your special side if you got a couple of Calm Minds set up, and so you can recover more health. So if we look at Sylveon's Pokedex description, we can see that it's number 700 exactly in the National Pokedex, and it sends it sends a soothing aura from its ribbon-like feelers to calm fights. So there'll be no more Pokemon fights. No. There will not be any more Pokemon fights. But yeah, you guys, Sylveon is number 5 this week. The only reason why it's as low as it is because it was introduced in 6th generation, so I really don't feel like I've got the time, or haven't had the time to use it like competitively in some battles, and I feel like I wanted the opportunity to do that, but it's just, you can use Sylveon as an all-out offensive Pokemon, you can use it as an all-out bulky Pokemon, you can do whatever the hell you like with it, but it's just so overused now as like a stall Pokemon or a hyper-offensive Pokemon that it's just, I see it all the time, and unfortunately whenever I use it, it seems like I seem to suck with it. Plus, its design is great and all, but it hit it with a Steel-type Iron Head, a Stab Steel-type Iron Head, and that thing is gone. I'm sorry, but if you hit it on its physical side, it is weak as hell. So anyway, you guys, Sylveon is number 5 this week. In number 4, you guys, we have Vaporeon. Vaporeon was, of course, introduced in the first generation, along with 2 other evolutions being Flareon and Jolteon. Vaporeon is a pure water type. I prefer to have a calm, water-absorbed lefty Vaporeon just because, as I said before, with calm, it decreases attack and increases special defense. So, Vaporeon is eating up all those special hits. Water-absorbed means you can recover hit points, if you get, or health points, I should say, if you like swap out a Pokemon that is weak to a water type attack and your Vaporeon is damaged, you can easily recover back to full HP with that. Leftovers is just to gain some HP recovery as well. So pretty much this, as you can tell by this moveset, this is a stall Pokemon. Its moveset is Ice Beam, Protect, Toxic, and Wish. The reason why I haven't got a stab move, this being like Scald or Surf or something, is because Ice Beam can hit more. Yeah, sure, you can hit your Fire types and your Rock types and your Ground types with Scalds or Surf being a Water type attack. But what about all the flying? What about all the flying types and the dragons, especially the dragons? Oh, they're annoying. But yes, so you get more coverage with Ice Beam. Protect, obviously, is to scout what your opponent's going to do. Plus, you can be really helpful without Wish coming in. And also, to stall your Pokemon out as well, you can get a Toxic off them. And then Wish, Protect, and so on and so forth. You know, you got a plethora of options here you can use with Vaporeon. But as we can see here, it's number 134 in the Pokedex. It is evolved to be suitable for an aquatic life. It can invisibly melt away into water. Very interesting. I really like Vaporeon's design. It is one of got to be my favourite evolutions for design. I mean, just look at it. It looks so beautiful. I love it so much. So yeah, this week, Vaporeon is in number 4. In number 3, you guys, we have Glaceon. Glaceon was introduced in 4th generation, so we've had chance, time again to use it ever since Sinnoh region was released. And you know, you could level up an Eevee by what Snowpoint City I think it is, and then the Icy Rocks there as well. So yeah, you can have a Glaceon in the Sinnoh region, which is honestly really, really fantastic. I prefer my Glaceons to be modest with Ice Body and holding a Choice Scarf as well, because straight away, I mean, I can tell, but Glaceon doesn't really get that much of a decent ability, because both his abilities take place in the hailstorm, and its abilities are pretty much Snow Cloak, which raises evasiveness in the hailstorm, and Ice Body, which recovers hit points. So pretty much you just go with Ice Body just because you know that HP recovery is important. Choice Scarf is there just so we can add 0.5 of speed into Glaceon's speed stat, which to be honest isn't that great. It's 65 or something, but with the Choice Scarf that can really help Glaceon outspeed other Pokemon. Glaceon's moveset is Ice Beam, Water Pulse, Hyper Voice, and Hidden Power Fire. Ice Beam is of course Stab, has the potential to freeze. Water Pulse is a bit of type coverage for rock types and fire types and what have you, and also has a potential to confuse. Hyper Voice is there just for another moveset, plus it's got some decent amount of PP while it can deal some decent amount of damage, and also HP Fire is there, so you know another ice type or something comes out and you got something to sort that out with. It's number 471 in the Pokedex, and by controlling its body heat, it can freeze the atmosphere around it to make a diamond dust flurry. And honestly, this picture in the background just makes Glaceon looks like it's sitting on a puff of clouds or something in the background, and you can just see I forget what it's called. What's that thing in the background? Aurora Borealis or something like that. Borealis, I think it is. But looking at that picture, Glaceon just looks so peaceful, and I love this Pokemon so much ever since it was introduced in the Sinnoh region. I love it so much, and that's why Glaceon's number 3 this week. However, you guys, in number 2, or should I say number 1, we have 2 joint evolutions that I really, really like to use, and so I can't decide which one should be number 1. So I'm thinking maybe you guys could help me if I talk you through my feelings about the Pokemon, and then you leave your own debate and what have you in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's get into my top evolutions. So the first one we're going to speak about today is Espeon. Espeon is of course a pure psychic type, was introduced in the 2nd generation alongside Umbreon. I prefer to run a timid magic bounce choice spec Espeon. Reason for this is because timid improves speed and lowers attack, but Espeon has more special attack than speed, so I figured I'd take advantage of that and equip a choice specs onto it. Just because we have a speed increase in nature, we don't really need a choice scarf onto it. Otherwise, I'd run modest choice scarf. Do you guys know what I mean? Because if you really want to take advantage of a Pokemon's superior stats, then you got to have the opposite thing to it. So, for example, if I had a modest Espeon, I'd run a choice scarfed Espeon, and you can see here, I prefer to run a timid Espeon, meaning that I have a choice specs Espeon. But yeah, you guys pretty much get the point. So its moveset is Psychic, Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, and Hidden Power Fire. Psychic is of course Stab, can hit poison and fighting types no problem. Shadow Ball can hit its Ghost and its normal typing perfectly fine. Dazzling Gleam, Dark, Fighting. You may have that repetitive super effectiveness with Fighting there with Dazzling Gleam and Psychic, but you know what, it's alright because you can hit dragons as well. And Hidden Power Fire is just there for Steel, for Grass types. There's a whole type coverage that Espeon can just cover really, really well. It can hit hard, it can hit fast. Espeon is not dying. It's number 196 in the Pokedex entry. Its fur is so sensitive, it can feel minute shifts in the air and predict the weather and its foes' thoughts. Just that Pokedex entry alone is intimidating, and then you look at it and you think it's this cute and innocent Pokemon, but then when it hits you and it hits you hard, you're going to know about it. And honestly, its design is just amazing, you guys. I love Espeon's design so much. But then again, I really like Jolteon. Jolteon is number 135 in the National Pokedex. It controls 10,000 volt power and can raise all the fur in its body as if it were sharp needles. Just look at the tail. Just look at the sharpness on its body. It's got sharp ears. It's got a sharp, furry neck. It's got a sharp tail. And then you've got its little paws there. Jolteon is of course a pure electric type. I like to run a modest volt absorb choice specs Jolteon. Yes, I know I was just saying just then with Espeon how I like to run the opposite item comparing to its nature and what have you with the modest choice scarf / timid choice specs thing. But honestly, Jolteon's speed is so fast, it doesn't even need a choice scarf. You can easily run a modest Jolteon with choice specs, and that will deal so much damage to your opponent. Jolteon is so reliable with his speed. It was one of the fastest Pokemon I think it was the fastest Pokemon in Generation 1, excuse me. I don't know about that, don't quote me on that. But yeah, its moveset is Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Signal Beam, and Hidden Power Ice. Now the reason why you see all these all attacking moves with his choice items is because once you choose a move for the first time, as soon as you send the Pokemon out, that's the only move you can use with a choice item. So Volt Switch really helps here when you want to use Switch Initiative on your opponent's Pokemon. So, and then you can swap back out and then you can choose a different Pokemon. And once you know what Pokemon you have left, then you can really set yourself up and it'll be really nice. Also, Volt Switch is stab, so it does a hell of a lot more damage. So it's Thunderbolt, it does some decent damage and has a chance to paralyze. Signal Beam is there for your Dark, Psychic, and what's the other thing it covers? I forget. Grass, that's it. Also, HP Ice covers Grass, but then again, Jolteon can hit dragons just as well as Espeon. So you can see it's really hard for me to choose between Jolteon and Espeon. But let me know anyway, you guys, what your favorite evolution is in the comment section down below, along with your top 5 as well. If you want to include all 5 of your favorite evolutions. Obviously, we can see what evolutions we've missed out, being Leafeon, Flareon, and Umbreon. I really like these evolutions, but to me, they just don't make the cut. So I'm sorry, you guys. But you know what? If they're on your list, more power to you. It may be just personal preference or something. But like I say, this is 100% opinionated for me. Don't take that out on anyone else but me. But anyway, you guys, this has been Top 5 Tuesdays, Top 5 Eeveelutions. If you guys have enjoyed this episode and are hyped for the return of Top 5 Tuesdays and you want to keep this series around, please make sure you do hit that like button, as it really helps the series grow and the channel grow as well, and it encourages me to make more videos. Also, you guys, subscribe to Ultratech if you haven't already for all the latest Ultratech content. As I say, comment away with your own top 5 evolutions list. Follow me up on Twitter and add my friend code if you want to battle with me or trade with me sometime. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name is Gib The Great. You guys are... Oh, no, I've fluffed that outro up already. You guys have been amazing. I've been Gib The Great. This is me, signing off. But yeah, you guys, we are here at MTM Telford, and I don't know about it, but it's pretty sick. Pretty sick. There's Nathan.
Oh.